Buzzfeed News is shutting down. The death knell sounded earlier this year when it announced it would replace staff with AI, which initially spiked the stock value by 150%, but then it fell sharply down again. As an institution, Buzzfeed has been mocked for years, but its news department has actually won a Pulitzer Prize, one of the highest awards in journalism. So it could be argued that the news side of things was actually a bit important, and this signals the further death of journalism in a world wherein the traditional service has declined in quality due to its initial proponents arrogantly believing the internet would not change anything. Instead of traditional media institutions initially changing the internet to suit them, they ended up being changed by the internet to suit it, eventually leaning heavily into clickbait outrage in order to generate money, an extremely short-term and destructive strategy. Enter Buzzfeed in 2006, a website designed to track and produce viral content with listicles and pop culture pieces. That is, until 2011, in which it began seriously investing into long-form journalistic content in the form of Buzzfeed News on top of foraying into multimedia. Allegedly, the reason Buzzfeed News went down was precisely because it was betted on being so big. The money invested by venture capitalists demanded scalable returns as big as Facebook or TikTok, something a department depending on news couldn't possibly provide. Part of what made Buzzfeed News so accessible was its ability to ride on the coattails of social media giants like Facebook. Its articles did extremely well being posted on these sites, as readers would click headlines and the traffic would be directed to Buzzfeed's homepage. Now that Facebook has lost relevance as the social media place to be, and is more of a spot for boomers, it sort of meant Buzzfeed can't exactly keep up with the journalism that put it on the map, for better or for worse. Investors actually pressured CEO Joe Narparetti to shut down the newsroom in 2022, even though he had refused at that time. Now, it seems like this refusal is an impossibility. How long the multimedia giant will continue to stay afloat is anyone's guess, but originally it seemed to be one of the few news organizations that would do well in the digital era. Perhaps it's a sobering reflection on the fact that not every massive corporation is invincible, even the ones initially designed to take full advantage of online reporting. Right now we're seeing consistent mass layoffs across the tech industry, so this isn't anything particularly new. It's just that so much of BuzzFeed seems synonymous with online culture that it is surprising to see it go. In short, we're seeing signs that the digital news landscape is changing once again, as it is a stark reminder that even Pulitzer Prize-winning journalism is incredibly vulnerable to the excruciatingly high demands of consistent profitability. See you next time on Lessons in Internet Culture.